Good morning, good morning. Well, we are live and back together again. How is everyone? I am here, delighted to have all of you here with me. I just got off my amazing call that always pumps me up and gets me really ready and started for the morning. And again, like I mentioned in my previous Hangouts, that this is just a fabulous call, and it's wonderful to share it with you. If you enjoy the types of thought processing that helps you get motivated and inspired and helps you grow and allows you to reach your dreams and your goals, then I have an amazing call for you. It's based around the book of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. If you've never heard of it, well, definitely, Google it. You'll find the background on Wikipedia. But bottom line, this is a book that's been around for actually, it's been around for over almost 100 years now. It's early 1900s, 1929. The book was written by Napoleon Hill, and he was commissioned by the wealthiest man at the time, then Carnegie, to research people who have been successful in life and find out why they've been successful. And definitely something that would be of interest if you were someone who wanted to understand better how people who are successful manage to have that happen for themselves. And there's certain things that people that are successful do. And you will get a group of successful people in a room, and you can think of anyone in your mind, truly, that you either look up to or are successful in today's age, and even compare them to the people that Napoleon Hill talks about at the time, like, Henry Ford, the car mogul, inventor of the fabulous car at the time, or Thomas Edison, to Michael Jordans and Donald Trumps and so many other famous and successful people that are popular in the music industry, in the movie industry. Will Smith, Denzel Washington, Hugh Jackman. All these people have the same characteristics of successful people. And in his training, in his book, the wisdom is over the top, based on your mindset and how we think and how our best thinking has gotten us in this particular place we are in, whether it's very good or it's not as good as we'd like or we want it to be better. We are here because of our best thinking. And knowing that is a good thing, because all we need to do is change the way we think. And sometimes that doesn't happen so easily, and that's why this book is so amazing. It has changed my life, and it lets me know that anything is possible. I can actually have and create anything in my life, and it could come true for me as long as I have the passion and the desire to pursue it and stay in action. So the call to get on it is, the best way is go to the website called Think and Grow Rich Audios. It's an amazing site to also listen to a couple of videos there. However, when you get there, there's a couple of links. You can connect to the Facebook group. Great Facebook group, keeps us updated and connected with some great like-minded people. It gives you the ability to download a number of great books that are offered there. And right now we're reading The Law of Success, which ironically was written and was a 16 lesson course by Napoleon Hill to some insurance salespeople. And he wrote this book prior to the book. And the book is amazing. It really, really gives you a lot more storyline and a lot more detail than the book. But the book is very concentrated. And it's not a book that you would read over one time and then be done with it. Actually, as we grow and we read it again and over, you will get more and different insights to it, because as we grow, our mind is more open, we're thinking differently, and so it's pretty fabulous. So I just want to share this with you because this is where my inspiration, my motivation, my excitement every time I get on this call comes from. And wouldn't you like to have that in a daily basis? It really starts my day. Um, a woman was just sharing towards the end of the call how, she was at a sales meeting for realtors and it was kind of dragging her down, and she had to miss the call because it was at the same time as the call, which is at 9 a.m. in the morning, Eastern time. And she was just saying that when she doesn't get to this call, how she really, really misses it. And I can say for a fact that it's the same with me. But what's nice is that there is a replay number, and the gentleman who runs the call, Paul Hutchings, who is a fabulous, wonderful person, I got to meet him not too long ago, he will also post a link that you'll be able to access it via the internet, so you can listen to it that way and replay it as many times as you need and want. Many times I will listen to it live, and there are a lot of little tidbits and things that are going on that I just have to grab some notes and write them down, and maybe I missed a thing or two, and I'll listen to it again, and it helps me feel better all over again. So I just wanted to share that as I usually do. I hope you all enjoyed last week's visit with Carla Silver, a wonderful, wonderful lady, an inspirational story, and how she is doing so amazing in her own life now. And we will be getting more and more guests. I have a couple of people lined up, haven't quite been able to schedule them because of their time restraints and schedules and my time for this, but we will work that out, whether we either schedule the call for Saturday afternoon or I have it not live and you'll watch the replay. However, we work it out. Hopefully it will work for you, and we will enjoy having these guests on this hangout for your benefit, because that's what this is all about. This is what my mission, my intention every day is how and where can I help someone. I want to enrich lives with freedom, and that's real important to me. It really is, that if I am benefiting from what I'm learning through everything that I'm being exposed to by what my company is producing and the people that are surrounding this and the people I can surround myself and have access to, these fabulous leaders make themselves totally vulnerable and available to me. I want you to also be able to have exposure and share this kind of atmosphere, because that's the energy that we all need to keep us going, and it doesn't come along every day, and an opportunity sometimes is disguised as something totally different than you were expecting. But be aware that that's maybe a little hint that this is something that is the piece that could be missing that will get you to the next step. Simply because sometimes we need to go through and do certain things in our lives that we're not necessarily happy about doing, but we need to do them in order for us to get what we want. So anyway, I'm excited to talk to you today a little bit about something that I learned in a similar hangout at another time, and another number of people were sharing different strategies in which they use creating um, videos in a way and posting them and marketing them in a way that will generate more traffic to your links or websites that ultimately are going to also produce leads for you. Now, isn't that what everyone wants that's in a network marketing or internet marketing business? And there's simple little strategies that if you know about them will make worlds of difference on how you can get more exposure, how Google's going to like you more and give you more exposure. So let's get right on it. I'm going to try to share my screen with you for a couple of the tips, but in general, we're going to talk about that, and so I'm going to look at some of these things so I can make sure I don't miss anything. But first things first, generating the video, real important. And we'll talk a little bit about lighting and things of that nature as well that will make them look good. But if you're not comfortable, and I didn't like doing videos, and so I knew I needed to do them. I knew that it was popular to do. It was the way that everything is trending. And if you want to get people excited about coming back to either your Hangout or your website or your Facebook post more interesting, if you want them to become that way, you need to do some videos, something creative, something that's going to catch the people, your people and your target area's attention. And speaking about target, you need to first know and have in your mind the intention of what you're trying to accomplish in this video and who are you talking to. Who is your target audience? There may be many people listening to this video or to this Hangout that are not in our industry. You can be in real estate, you could be in health and wellness industries, you could be in so many so many different areas. But if those are the people that you're trying to attract, then you need to talk to those people. So you need to set an intention of what and who that is so that that will be attractive to them to listen and hear what you have to say. So do that first before you even get started so you are on the right track with that. Okay. Now when you create your video, you want to keep it brief. Brevity is key. You want these videos brief. Maybe no more than 3 minutes, seriously, and you can't believe 3 minutes is a long time when you do a video, but you want that filled with content that is important and powerful, that has value. Okay, so minimum 30 seconds, because Google looks at it as maybe spamming or something. I don't know why, but they don't like 30-second less, or videos that are less than 30 seconds. No more than 5 minutes, okay? And, it's okay to go over the 3 minutes, but we're just trying to give you kind of a rule to keep your videos within a time constraint that is also, and I noticed for myself, appealing. When you go through and you got a busy day and you want to learn things, but you check videos and you see that, oh gosh, they're over an hour. Oh, I don't have the time to watch that video, and that's tough, and so people won't watch it. But if they see, oh my gosh, I have 5 minutes, what could this be about? This would be great. Let me hear what they have to say. That's going to be more appealing. So keep that in mind. Keep your videos short, just a couple of seconds, and you want to have a title for your video, but before that, know what you're going to talk about, like I mentioned, and have a teaser. You don't want to give all the information away, right up front. You want them to stay and watch your full video. So you kind of let them know what it's going to be about. Tell them, you know, here's the couple of items that we're talking about. Like today, I'm going to talk about how you can generate leads, how you can get free leads coming in, how you're going to drive traffic, and it's going to be profitable. These are, you know, items that are going to be important, I would think, to you if you're in the internet marketing arena and you have an industry that you're trying to bring more customers to you, right? So, absolutely. Now, also, in the video, you don't give them everything, okay? In this Hangout, I'm going to give you more than just a quick 5-minute video. But in your video, you're trying to just give them enough to come to your link. You have to have a link in your video in order for them to get to your website, and you want them to do that. So you want to give them just enough so that they'll want to click on your link, right? So you want to make sure. So you may say something to the effect of, you know, for the full scope of the system that I'm sharing with you, here's how you can get a hold of it all and get, you know, everything that you're looking for, and, you know, tutorials and so on and so forth. You can then elaborate on what they can still get if they click the link, so on and so forth. Okay? So, knowing your target market, that's real important. I think that we talked and covered that enough. Now, where and how are these videos then exposed to the marketplace? Well, this is it. This is the key. This is what we want to talk about. Okay, if you have a blog, you want to put it in your blog. If you have autoresponders, this is something that I really enjoy doing. If you have autoresponders and you broadcast out to your media, your list, already part of your list that you have generated through the autoresponders, and you want to encourage them to, you know, do some additional things, you can write a nice little broadcast email that then points them with a link to your video, to your blog, okay? And in the blog will be the video, all right? So in the blog is the video, and you can write a description of what you're talking about in your video. In fact, that's what you want to do. You're going to write what it is that you're talking about in your video. Now, it sounds redundant, but stay with me because there's a real reason for it. So you're going to write a little bit about what you're talking about in this video in your blog. So it's kind of, they can watch the video and they can read the blog. Okay? So that's all good. So now, the next thing is, you're going to take that description, and when we get to YouTube, you're going to use it there again. Now, this was something new to me because I always thought of this description being very small that we put in the video that are below the video on YouTube. But actually, they're talking like 300 words. Google seems to like that, and also recommends that this is what you do when you put in your description of your video when you're starting to upload it or once you upload it. Okay, so I'm getting a little ahead of myself here because there is some additional things we need to do before. So write this down. Before you even upload your video, you want to already know what the title is going to be, because you're going to change the name of this file you upload for your video to have the key word that you're going to use in the title of your video and in the description that you're going to put under your video in YouTube with some keywords in it, okay? So you see how important this is. So like I said, know what you want to talk about and who your target market is, and then you also want to think of some, what we would basically call long tail keywords. Now, if you're not technical, if you're just learning some of these things, this let me, start at that level, because I don't want to cut off anyone and assume anything here, okay? I want you to realize keywords are sometimes when you're looking for something on Google and you go to the field up on top of Google and you type in, like for instance, how do I create a video? Google has tons of people who have put videos out there on how to do that. And because they have titled their videos in a way that have keywords in them, you will find that, or they will start to come up underneath when you type it in automatically. And those are keywords. All those are keywords, because those are the words that people are searching for. People, when they're searching, how we go to a restaurant and everybody's sitting around the table and they can't remember the actor. Movies by Hugh Jackman. Well, these are sort of keywords that people are typing in. So you want to think of keywords related to your video, and the audience that you're trying to target might type in themselves looking for information. Okay? So that's important. So think of that. So long, like an example is baby boomers' second career. That long sentence almost is a long tail keyword, and there's that actually, I would say, even more strategic for what you're looking for than just baby boomers. Well, that's very broad. But baby boomers, second career, people might be reading baby boomer, new career, baby boomer, second career, whatever they might be typing in, looking for something for themselves at an age group level, obviously. That's what's going to come up for them once they hit enter. So that's real important for you to be thinking about this. So I hope you're taking these notes down, and of course you can replay this for 7 more days after we're finished here today, to go back and listen to this again, any pieces that you missed, so that you make sure that you're doing all these little pieces. So you're going to name your file that you have just recorded of your video this new name, so that when you upload it into YouTube, it recognizes and sees that file by that name. And you're going to give that title to the video on YouTube as well, so that when people search within YouTube, they're going to type, very much like in Google, they're looking how to find a baby boomer new career. Your video is going to come up to the top, or along with a list of some others. Okay, so that was something I never knew about, and it seems to be very important. So you want to make sure you're going to be doing these things. Okay, so that's that. Now, and you do this before. Now, there are some other things you can do before, and I am going to attempt to share my screen, and I'm looking to see if I can find, and I don't know why it's not showing me what I'm looking for. I have it up on my screen, and it is not cooperating for me to show this to me. And I want to be able to show you Oh, let me just see how I can do this. Let's see here. Let's see. I want to bring up YouTube so that, let me see, this is what I need to do. Maybe I'm just doing this wrong. Somehow it doesn't seem to be giving me the screen that I want to be sharing with you. And if I can't make this happen, and I apologize, this is relatively new, although I know I've done it before and it's worked before, and it's not wanting to cooperate with me right now. Oh, here we go. Okay, so here we go. I am going to share this screen with you because I want to show you something really important. And I may just find a way to upload a file for you. So I'm just going to find a sample video that I can share with you to demonstrate to you what I'm talking about in this step, because I had to research this a bit myself. And at the time, see if I can find a video I'm sure. Oh, okay, sorry about that. I'm just going to get stuck. Ah, I'm not sure why this is doing this. I'm not able to, it's not working. Alright, but I want to, alright, well, I'm going to see. Cancel this. Oh, hope I didn't freeze up on you guys. Let me get back to you. Okay. Sorry about that. I think that could have been me, and I am going to get back with you. This was a small little blip in the, just want to bring up some, here, a video or recording of some type. Here, I'm looking for videos, so, all right. I want to upload this video so you can see how and what I'm talking about. Just bear with me. These technical challenges certainly have not helped us, but I think it's important that you actually see what I'm talking about on this. And I need, oh, okay. see. Okay, thank you. I need to just get a sample or a picture that I can just utilize for the purpose of demonstrating a couple of things that pop up here on this screen. So I apologize for all of that. Hope you're still with me, guys. While this is happening, and I'm not going to even let this all the way go through, this is the file that you want to change into your keyword. All right? So make sure you do that before you upload it, because then you won't be able to change it here. So the file name here is what you're going to change to the keyword that you're going to also put in the title of your YouTube video. Now come to the right. This is real important. You can actually comment here yourself, which will be a real big plus on your own video. So write something, you know, that will capture people's attention, as this is then posted to all the social media. So you're going to be able to push it out to Google Plus, Twitter, there is Facebook at times, I believe, that they do. Bottom line is that's what you're going to do. Okay? So I wanted to show this to you. This is the only place you're going to be able to do it. It'll show up, but it won't let you modify this. So this is very important for you to do this here. And I apologize for taking so long for this to happen. But let me get back to you so we can get the screen on me again, and I will get back here. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. I did not mean to cut you off like that. That was a little technical problem. I had my book lying on my keyboard. It was locking me up. So what I wanted to show you, and because I wanted to show you this because of the fact that I was given instructions on where you're supposed to put that little comment in, and how I can push this video out to some of the social media that's available to us out there, and yet the ones I had already done, I couldn't get access to that. And it's because you need to do this when you upload the video. You cannot do this after you've done that. For whatever reason, even when you go in to edit your video through your video manager, it doesn't allow you to. Okay, so that's why it was very important for me to share that with you, in case you try to go back to see some older videos that you have and try to change those or update those. You can't do it. So this is really only for new videos where you can do the file name has to be before you upload, and then as it's uploading you can put in a comment, something that will grab people's attention, and push it out to Google Plus and Twitter and so on and so forth. Okay? So that's real important. You have an About You in YouTube. Make sure you fill that out. If you have a blog or if you have a website and you have an About You there, just cut and paste it from there. You want the idea is you want continuity across everything that you're doing, because this is the way this kind of flows into, you know, with the internet and with Google, and everything is connecting and everything is branding you and getting you more exposure. Okay, so you know, you don't have to write something new each time. Make it consistent. Just cut and paste where you've written it before and just put it in everywhere under the About. So that's that. Now, some of the things you can modify and you can do after you've uploaded it is you can add more to your description. So the first thing you want to do is put your link first thing you want to do in your description is put your link. The link you want people to be going to, and then write your description, because unfortunately what will happen is if you write a 300-word description, maybe some people will read it and some people won't read it all, but the link is at the top, and you know that we are click happy because of, well, that was good, let me go see what this link is, and people will click at it. They will maybe not ever see your link at the bottom. So make sure you put it in the first line. Put your description, just cut and paste it from your blog or from your broadcast. And if you don't have a blog, if you have a website and you posted something there, but that's why blogging is so wonderful for doing something like that. And I can certainly share with you a way for you to get your own blog and website set up for just about nothing in a little bit, but I will get back to you about that in a minute. So you're going to take what you wrote in your blog and put it in the description, or at least 300 words worth of it for your video. Okay? Now, you may very well know, if you're familiar with blogging, you have tags. Put tags in there, but don't put home business or working from home. These are so popular that you're going to get lost in that. So make it more specific. Make them long tail. You can make them long tail. Make them specific to what you're looking for. And you can definitely do that. You can use your name and those types of things. Let me see. 300 words key, yeah. If in a 300-word description you want to make sure you put a keyword in, at least in within every 100 words. So if it's 300 words, you want that keyword in there at least 3 times. It doesn't have to be, but it is helpful, and so why not just do it, because I think it's going to add value to you. Okay, and I know this call is going a little longer than usual, but I think that it is real important for you to get all these details. So I don't have a whole lot more to share, but I think hopefully you're seeing that these are really very unique strategies. They're working, and because you're doing that, you're getting your link out via this way and getting more exposure out when people start searching for certain ways to do things, or how I can make more money, or related to real estate, or related to my age grouping, or sports, or health and wellness. People, will find your video based on all the things I'm telling you here. Okay, so you want to do that. Now, another thing is that under advanced settings in your YouTube, okay, there's a tab, there's a when you're editing, there is a tab that says advanced. Click advanced. In there on the right, it's going to ask what category do you want to put this in. Now, yes, you can put it in the category that is very specific to you, but what we have found out that's working tremendously for whatever reason is news and politics. Seems to get a lot of attention. So click the category to be news and politics. Real important. Okay? Also, if you want to push it out to more websites, and there's a number of ways to do it, but a free site that will do this with you or for you is Pingler. PINGLER.com. And you will be able to put your URL in there in the title, and it will send it off to a bunch of great sites where it can get some exposure. So it's a great, fast way for you to get additional websites looking at your video. Okay? So you want to, or additional sites for people to, not so much well, they'll see your video because you'll have it in your blog or your website, okay, where you're putting your video. All right, so Pingler, Pingler.com. Check it out, it's for free. And right on the first page, you could just put the information that you want about your video and your website, and you'll get more exposure. So, okay, long tail keywords, real important. If you put them in quotes, it'll even narrow down more of what people are looking for, but just be careful with that. You may not want to put it in quotes when you're putting it out in the description or in your when you're searching. Put that description in. Make sure you change your file before you upload it. Don't make your video any longer than 5 minutes long. As I mentioned, 2 to 3 minutes really is the optimum amount of time. Whatever company you are part of, do not put your company name. For whatever reason, that doesn't work as well. All right, don't put your company name in the tags. I'm sorry, that's what I'm talking about. Don't put your company name in your tags. Just is not a good way of working for you. So that can actually hurt you. So don't put your company name in the tags. You want to what? John Lavinia is one of my mentors. I love him. He gives such great wisdom and strategy. He's an expert on really doing videos, so I'm really a novice when it comes to him. But this is information that I learned right from him, and you can too. If you're not part of this company and you're not part of, excuse me, of what we offer here for internet marketing strategies and products that help you drive more traffic to your website, I am actually giving you just a teeny little tip of the iceberg that we offer here. You can get access to mentors and experts like John yourself once you become part of this company. And I will talk to you about that in a moment as well. But what he said was, kind of break state. Come and be a little different than the ordinary. Don't be part of the herd. You ought to be creative, change up how you might do things so that people will grab and see you as like, oh, gee, that's a little different. What is that? Let me check that out. Okay, that's kind of what you really want to do. All right? When you do your videos, he also says, excuse me, start with a question, whatever that might be. Where would you like to be in a couple of years? Or are you looking to drive more traffic to your website? Or are you searching for better prospects for selling your homes? Or however, things that. So be creative, start your video with a question. This way it's kind of like, that's going to be your title, could be your title, could be how you start off your video. And again, like I mentioned, tell the people what you're going to cover. Tell them step by step what you're going to, excuse me, going to cover, like 3 items or less. And do it with confidence and conviction that you have the answer to help people, because in the end, isn't that what you're here for? You are looking, and remember, it's not about you. It's about how you're helping other people. My intention is to help you, expose you to strategies you've never heard of before, because when I heard them, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so simple to implement. I can do this. Gosh. others will be able to do this. I have to share this information with all of you so that you can become more successful in whatever it is you're doing. Isn't that the way it should be? So that's really how I feel. So remember, it's more important for you to think about the people you're going to help. How can I help someone today? That's really what you want to think about, okay? How can I help someone today? And let's see. He talks about lighting. Lighting is important. I changed where I did my hangout today just for a change of venue and exposure to the back of the room. I love my picture behind me. It's one of my favorite good field photos of Italy, someplace I love to go to. But the lighting, I'm sitting here in my kitchen actually, and there's this beautiful big window with light coming in, and as you probably saw as we talked a bit, or I talked a bit, the lighting has changed a little because the lighting should be from the front, not from the back. For people with a big budget or have more of a budget, you might look at lighting you can purchase. There is a lavalier microphone that it's by Rode. Let's see, it's called Smart Lava. I looked up it for sound, for better sound. You want to make sure that maybe you just attach it to your cell phone. That is your best recording device. Your cell phone is perfect. Use your cell phone, but you might want to use this headphone that will give you better sound and kind of drown out all the noise you might sometimes hear in videos with the air blowing and things like that. This cuts this down. So it's lavalier, Lavalier, lavalier microphone. Google it, you'll find it. Something you might want to look at. Front light, not backlight, okay? And let's see, let me make sure we talked about enough of the, topic about the timing, should not, how long it should be, the file name. And when you get to YouTube, make sure you put the tags in, not company names, long tail keywords for your title everywhere, keywords in your description, 300 words or more in your description. Use that same description in your blog or wherever else you're going to talk about this particular topic. And I think that's it. So, okay, let's see. We went longer than I've ever gone. I had a feeling we might, but I truly do hope that this has been helpful for you. Take this information and implement it. It doesn't do you a bit of good if you don't take the action behind it. Do a video. Get over your fear of doing videos. I didn't like the way I looked on videos. Oh gosh, and I was just fighting it. And finally said I got to get over it if I wanted to connect with more people and really reach my goal. Think from the end is what we say. Wayne Dyer says this. Think from the end. In other words, have your goal in mind and just think about that fabulous ending that you're going to have by doing today what you need to get there. And if you keep that fabulous excitement of reaching whatever that goal is, it could be monetary, it could be, a new home or a car or vacation or more time with the family, retiring someone. That goal, whatever it is, just keep on thinking from that end. That's going to get you up in the morning and motivated and let you know that if you don't do what all the leaders are telling you to do, and all the people who have been successful are doing, and when you want something that they have, you've got to do what they're doing. And if that's what they're doing, well, then you need to do it, even if maybe we're not comfortable with it or we're not wanting to do it. That may be the very thing that will make the breaking point for you to have your success. So, if you enjoyed this, if there is more about what I'm showing you and teaching you that you would also like to get more of, please, please, please click the button below, because I will meet you on the other side. I will step you through the beginning steps so you know exactly what you need to do to get started. You will get a ready to use blog site that I will also, I even have a video here on YouTube on how to use it. It's very simple. But then you can totally have all the pieces that you need to make amazing, wonderful videos. You can, talk about whatever business that you're in today so that you can promote that even better and more. And we also offer an affiliate program that may meet your interest that offers 100% of the products that you also sell. Totally, totally up to you. Click the button below, join, get the information that you're going to need to allow you to be successful. I'm talking for $25, you can have a blog all set up, beautifully done. And what I want to do next is a demonstration just for people who own that blog and how to customize it. Because there's some nice, unique little tidbits that you can do and customizing it and making it your own. So with that, thank you so much for bearing with me for some of the technical issues. Hope that didn't distract or lose too many of you. I do hope that this has been helpful. See you again next week. We're lining up some new guests, and I wish you the best of all for this week. And I thank you again so, so much for being here. And I look forward to seeing you all again next week. Take care and think and grow rich. Bye-bye.